is a point where everything is changing. Where the ways of yesterday give way to the G-force of tomorrow. Where the future isn't stumbled upon, it is catapulted forward. Where the point of discovery becomes the tipping point. Welcome to that point. Virtualization cannot be seen, but its impact is being felt by every industry, every company, every individual. Suddenly, from the server room to the C-suite, virtually anything is possible.
Maurizio Carri.
Good morning. No good. Let's try again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, better. Not perfect, but better. Thank you to be here. Thank you to be in Cannes. This is the second edition of VMworld Europe. Last year we had the same event here. This is a wonderful location. I'm impressed so many people are in the room and not on the beach. So thank you again for that. And before I show you the number for this year, I would like you to stand up, please. Can you stand up? So, 4,700. It's you. I think you deserve a round of applause.
Good morning. It's great to be with you here and to be able to share the interesting news and other facts that we have about the VMware ecosystem. And the first point that I wanted to make, echoing what Maurizio was saying, is that through a lot of work by many of you and our partners, we've been able to really achieve the status of an ecosystem. VMware's products now really form a foundation around which many other products come together to provide very interesting solutions that are allowing our customers to do some very, very useful work. And so we will be introducing a new generation of products. And this is the first time that we're using this name in public, which will be the VMware vSphere system. So this will be our name for our new generation of virtual data center products that will gradually replace our existing generation of virtual infrastructure. The idea as a vCenter suite is to, in a series of steps, move closer and closer to management at the service level, allowing you to basically articulate to the system what is the service levels that you want associated with a particular application, and then have the system take that information and start doing the correct things to provision that service at that level. Providing the framework for you to have a self-service portal so that your users can come to the data center, look at a catalog, and basically provision themselves what services they want, much as you might do if you go to a hosting provider. So the next big step then, beyond where we were in terms of cooperating hypervisors, is to get that broad virtualization layer to knit together to become this common substrate on which we can provide IT as a service. So with this generation of software, there will be literally no technical reason why you can't virtualize 100% of the workloads in your environment. We as an industry have kind of got things backward. We focused really on provisioning devices and installing software to a particular piece of hardware. But this is really about enabling people, enabling users to get their job done. And hopefully people stay, devices come and go. And we need to focus management on provisioning people, not on provisioning devices. We need to get the infrastructure to take over the job of taking those user environments and mapping them as appropriate down onto a particular device that the user happens to be using at that point in time. So we are working on a comprehensive strategy to do that, and not just do that, but to do it for all of the types of users in the environment. To date, a lot of people have realized that they can become more efficient in terms of providing end-user computing by adopting a thin client approach, which works well for quite a considerable segment of the population, typically people who are very task-oriented, moderate users, people in specialized environments like education and hospitals, but it doesn't work for everybody. Particularly, it doesn't work for people who are using laptops who have to be highly mobile, who might have very compute-intensive or graphics-intensive loads, and in particular, it doesn't work for the CIO or the CEO who's just gone and bought himself a Macintosh. IT's tearing their hair out about that one. So we will be kicking in to complete our picture here on client-side virtualization technology. And the way that that will work is what we will provide is a set of tools for allowing you to centrally manage those user environments, to create them, maintain them, update them, and do so very efficiently, working from templates. So rather than managing 10,000 desktops, you'll be managing just a handful of templates from which everything else derives. So we're doing significant work in the protocol area. We have a pluggable protocol architecture, so you can use different protocols. We ourselves have entered into agreement with a company called Teradici that currently has a hardware-accelerated protocol. They are working with us to do a software implementation of that protocol, which we will make available to all of our partners, which will basically complete the set of features that you want in both the WAN and the LAN environment. Then at the same time, we're using that long-standing client virtualization assets that we have to allow you to work on laptops and desktop machines using the local resources, but still doing so in a centralized, centrally managed, efficient way.
Paul, how are you doing?
Great. As you know, we have a long-standing partnership with Intel. We've been working over the years basically on working with you to define new actual hooks in the architecture as Intel and ourselves realized what could be done with virtualization.
That's right. Yeah, and we've done some great work on the server side over the last few years, as most people are aware.
Right. And in fact, Steve tomorrow will be talking about some of the incredible benchmarks that we've been able to achieve on these multi-core processes.
Right.
And I know that you guys are shortly about to go to 8 cores.
Yeah.
And
really
virtualization is one of the few ways where you can really put all those cores to work. So a great working relationship that we're now extending to the client side. So we're going to be working together on a client-side hypervisor. And the critical thing for us is it allows you to take advantage of all of those great local resources